This is the Four-Man Rush. Hello, Panther fans, and welcome to another podcast of the Four-Man Rush. I'm your host, Timmy V.O., here with Kevin and Will, and we're talking pre-camp. Camp starts tomorrow. That means the season is on the line, folks. We are on. It's real. It's real. We've been watching the guys run up in Wofford today and get ready for tomorrow and all that good stuff, man. You know, and we're sitting here hanging out with our fellow Panther fans here, Facebook Live and Twitter Live. Thanks for you guys for dropping by, and you know we're gonna keep the conversation going. But before we do that, shout out the old Manscaped, fellows. You know, it's been hot as hell. You know, and I know the discomfort is real. So I would highly suggest, especially if you cut the yard and I highly suggest that you get a hold of Manscaped, man. Manscaped.com. Get a hold of those guys, man. They have a ball spray is cool and refreshing, you know. Take care of the manly jewels and all that. You know, they have what's called a ball toner, and they have a package, a 4.0 package deal that is phenomenal. And actually tomorrow we're starting a new promo for those guys, and they have a 4.0 trimmer that goes along with a whole other I guess you could say a whole sack of things that go along with it. So check out Manscaped, www.manscaped.com. Put in the 4MRScape20. Get that 20% off and free shipping to your house. And yeah, shout out to Manscaped, man. They're killing it. And thanks to you guys for everything. Manscaped, we signed another contract with these guys to extend our partnership, and you know it's all because of you guys. So shout out, respect. Yeah. So let's continue the conversation here, folks. See, Corey's excited. What's up, bro? We get the Trimble and 12 blocking personnel. Yeah. It'd be nice to see him in that. Kev, you wanna speak on that comment?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the film put out by Tommy Tremble, I mean, he was widely recognized as probably the premier blocking tight end coming into this draft. Again, I can understand them looking to develop other parts of his game to make him a more of a complete tight end. But, now that he's on his team, I can see why there's some excitement about what he could be. But, hey, you never know because, I've been excited about several players at the tight end position I thought would have, stepped up and really, grabbed that torch from Greg Olsen. But, here we are still, wondering, who's the next man up. But, yeah, Tommy Tremble, I think that that's where he's going to find his niche early on is making his mark in blocking. I think that he'll set himself up nicely, to be used as a decoy, kind of like a silent killer. I think that he has a chip on the shoulder to show that he's more than a blocking tight end. But yeah, I think his flexibility to be able to play on the line, play in the backfield. I think that's really going to be a benefit to not only him, but help out his teammates as well. So I definitely think Tommy Tremble is going to be a player that's going to do stuff that's not going to really show up on the stat sheets. But for those that follow and watch the game, you'll pick up on it and you'll just be like, yeah. So when a back break loose for 10, 15 yards and you zoom in and you notice he did a wham block, for those that don't know, that's when the tight end comes clear across the line, take out that defensive end while the offensive lineman get to the second level, wham blocks. So I just think that, he's definitely got the athletic profile to really put himself in position to where he can really form into something special. But again, let the reps take over. The mistakes are going to happen, folks. So when there's a drop pass, when there's a missed block, don't, oh, he's trash. Oh, he's stop it, please. All of our favorite players we have done fucked up in training camp numerous of times or whatever. So I don't even want to hear it. I've seen, let's see, matter of fact, Smitty's last training camp in 2013. I seen practices where he dropped 5 balls. When you ever heard Steve Smith dropping 5 balls in a game? You know what I'm saying? I mean, so let's not don someone the next beast, and let's not throw somebody in the trash, particularly during training camp. So, but yeah, Trumbull, I think he has the opportunity to really make a name for himself.
Right. Will?
Yeah, what you gotta realize is, I mean, he's a rookie. I know these guys are talented. We're excited about their potential and what they can become. This is their first year in the NFL. When we saw last year, we had Jeremy Chin starting. I mean, we're playing, 9-10 rookies eventually got starting roles on our defense. And you saw they had extremely high highs, but they also had, lows. Like Jeremy Chin struggled in man coverage against guys at times. Derek Brown, got blown off the ball a couple of times early in, I guess, the Raiders game and things like that. So we just got to be patient with these guys and let them develop, enjoy the process of watching them grow and becoming the good pros. I mean, with Tommy Tremble, what I see, he's known for his blocking. But remember George Kittle coming out of Iowa? I don't know how many of you guys followed him coming out of college. He was a blocking tight end as well. But look what he developed into as a pro with a good system, a coach that could develop him, a mentality to want to get better every day and improve other aspects of his game. He's probably one of the best 3, not probably top 2 tight ends with Travis Kelce in the league right now. So, I mean, don't put a ceiling on Tommy Tremble just yet. It's a young guy. He's going to get a lot better. He's going to improve every day. Let's just see what kind of mentality he has coming into practice and how much he wants to get better and watch how much he wants to improve. But I think at a minimum, his floor is just a blocking guy. Remember, we lost Alex Armour and we lost Chris Manhertz in the offseason. And those were 2 guys that were critical in our run game with Christian McCaffrey. You watch in 2019, I guess you got to go to because McCaffrey was injured last year. Look at all of his explosive runs and watch the blocks that Alex Armour and Chris Manhertz made on his runs. So that's a very important position to be able to get that fullback, tight end, H-back on them second and third levels and get those blocks to help turn a 10-yard gain into a 25, 35, or potentially 70-yard gain. So
exactly.
We'll see what I think he'll have a role in the offense at a minimum as a blocker, but I wouldn't limit him to that because, I mean, you've seen guys like George Kittle, who was a 5th or 6th round pick. I want to say, don't quote me on that, but you saw what he developed into coming out of college as a blocking tight end. So, I mean, let's just, be patient and enjoy the development process and see what he can become.
Dig it, man. Drew, will DJ do better statistically with Kurt Cole not taking touches from him, or will he? I think DJ will shine if they get the ball to him enough. The question is, can we run the ball effectively and where we get one-on-one situations with him? I think DJ is going to flourish regardless if he can stay focused. But it's tough, man. He has another new quarterback, another one. And how is Brady going to handle the offense this year? Is Christian McCaffrey going to garner more touches than before? I mean, but in the same light, when McCaffrey showed his ass a couple seasons ago, DJ still had 1,000 yards receiving that year, if I'm not mistaken. So I mean, I think the question is, can we rely on DJ in the red zone? Now, that should be more of our concern. Can we find a way to get DJ the ball so he can get the ball in the end zone? He seems to be a home run hitter, but I mean, I'm sure we all remember his rookie season Was it the Giants or it was either the Giants or the Ravens we played, and he was running the ball like a running back. The dude's stout. I mean, can we get DJ the ball in the red zone? I mean, in between the 20s, the dude's he's basically unstoppable if give him a jump ball situation, things of that nature. But I don't know. I don't know. Kurt Cole's special, but I don't know. It's hard to say.
I mean, with Curtis Samuel, you got to remember Christian McCaffrey was hurt. So if McCaffrey was healthy, with Samuel have gotten that level of touches last year.
That's
so
true.
I think pretty much, if you want to just kind of be, kind of just go by numbers, film aside, just kind of look at it as a numbers standpoint. You figure all of Curtis Samuel's touches will go back to Christian McCaffrey. He's going to probably get 20, 25 touches a game. DJ Moore probably get to the same touches as last year. I mean, Robbie will probably get similar targets. Question is, who's going to be, that other guy that's going to step up, in the red zone. So I think you'll see increased targets to whoever wins that slot role. I mean, Terrace Marshall's probably going to be the slot receiver, replacing Curtis Samuel with David Moore. Don't forget about him. Everyone wants to write him off, but I mean, look what he produced in Seattle. So I mean, I wouldn't write him off completely, but you got that slot receiver rotation with David Moore, Terrace Marshall, got Dan Arnold. So I mean, those touches will get distributed. So I mean, I think CMC and DJ, they're going to get their touches. It's just a matter of how, what are those other guys, support players, going to do, when in those situational roles.
Yep.
Yeah, and I just think that this is just going to be the type of offense that skill position wise is probably the best, not only starting but depth that we've had in quite a long time. So I just think, game after game, you're just going to see a combination of 2 or 3 different players, having their day. You may have a game where it's McCaffrey, Moore, and Robbie. Next game it might be Dan Arnold. Combination of anybody else. So, for you those that's live and die by fantasy, just don't get your panties in a bunch if there's certain games where these players are not getting their high touches so you can get your points across. I just look at it as opportunity where we realistically had a type of talent where every player can be seen as a threat and be given opportunities. So I think that's something that looks better. I mean, I hate to go back to it, but when you think about the 2015 season, when we had that spread the ball mentality, everybody took turns eating. And when everybody ate, look where everybody ended up at.
Man.
So instead of trying to force feed 130 targets to DJ or, to try to just, for the sake of these stats, hell, I think if we had 5 or 6 guys anywhere between 700 to 800 yards receiving versus a couple of guys with, 1,200, I mean, shit, you got the opportunity to just be like, damn, who the hell we got to damn face, who we got to cover. So, but, as far as the thing about Marshall, I mean, I'm excited about his talent, but, the best ability is availability. And I think he's going to be on a pitch count. So, this comment about him, Mr. Reliable, I can't be reliable if you're not available. I mean, certain names, titles, and nicknames, you got to be earned. So let's hold off on the, throwing, I'm reading the comments here, these titles to players, to rookies particularly earned, because that's how we set ourselves up before, getting hyped up off that, that training camp juice. And then when reality kick in, when the opposing team, saying and made adjustments, then what? But Tim, real quick, you had posted a different question up earlier. I didn't think we got to touch about the
which one?
Free safety. I think.
The trade.
Yeah. I just want to say something real quick about that, and if y'all want to,
there you go.
Elaborate on it. I'm good with who we got at safety. I understand we don't have that name at free safety, but Will was one of the first ones to point out guys like Sam Franklin. Y'all know I'm on the Kenny Robinson train.
Oh, for sure.
Here.
And shout out to Sam Franklin. He follow us on Twitter. So
yeah,
always gonna be a guy I root for.
Sam Frank.
Exactly. Guy was busting table at Applebee's. Now he's got a chance to get a starting spot in the NFL. It's amazing how things can go from 1 year to the next.
Facts.
But yeah, I'm good with letting these young guys instead of don't get me wrong. I wouldn't have been mad if we would have got a Clinton Dix to it, but since we didn't, I want to see these young guys. I want to see what instead of just having them on the team holding clipboards and using the excuse, they're young. Let's see what they can do. That's how other teams create stars. They give them reps. They give them opportunity to play. Let's do the same thing here. You never know what a player got, until he gets, substantial reps with the starters. So
exactly.
I'm all for getting a rotation.
Sam. Okay.
Oh, go ahead, Will.
I was gonna say with Sam Franklin, like we said on the topic of safeties, if you go back and watch last year, just watch, some of the big plays he made for us. In the Atlanta game, Matt Ryan had Julio Jones wide open in the end zone. Sam Franklin, recognizes the route, finds the ball, makes a play, and breaks up the pass in the end zone to prevent a touchdown. In the Chiefs game, back-to-back plays, he sacks Patrick Mahomes, and the next play he gets a tackle for loss, limits the Chiefs to a field goal. The guy made plays for us. Why are we so fascinated with these big recognizable names when we've seen guys like Franklin come in as an undrafted free agent with no training camp, no preseason, come in stepping against the defending world champions and coming in and making plays like that? You at least got to give him, you have to have some optimism about what his year 1 to year 2 development is going to be with the full OTAs, a full mini camp, a full training camp, actually get to play in preseason. So, I wouldn't be so eager to get the Marcus May or what's the guy the Cowboys just signed, Malik Hooker. I'd be, let's see what our guys can do. They stepped in and played well. Miles Hartsfield's the guy we haven't mentioned yet. He got reps at safety. Kenny Robinson, just because he didn't play last year, every guy develops at his own pace. So, I wouldn't be so sure to give up on the guys we got in exchange for these big names. I think they all have unique skill sets, unique talents. They work hard. They have dog in them. Matt Rule, he likes a certain kind of player with that kind of dog mentality, plays fast, makes plays on the ball, flies to the ball, hits hard, aggressive, in your face, talk trash. All these guys do those kind of things. I think, if you really get to see these guys play and work day in and day out, I think you're really going to like them. So let's stop getting so fascinated with name value and give these young guys a chance to show what they can do. Because, they can. One of them may become the next, Luke Kuechly or Thomas Davis down the road.
Right. You never know. You never know. And might I remind you, our GM comes from a program where they were drafting late in the draft and picking dimes. Just saying, folks.
Cam Chancellor in what round?
6th, 5th ish.
He was a day 3 pick. Him, Richard Sherman. Sherman was a 5th round pick. Yeah. So
hey, you never know, folks. What the answer might be on our roster. Go ahead, Kevin.
Yeah, and I'll just saying earlier, let's fans. I know we're anxious and excited, but like I said, let's have patience while the process is being done, while the mistakes are being made, and I know our fan base is very fickle. If certain player isn't performing to a perceived expectation by the 6th day of training camp, why we sign this guy? He a bum, and all this other rough stuff. Like, why the mistakes have been made, let them happen. Let's get them out the way while they don't count us. Any mistakes made before September, I'm okay with, as long as I'm seeing growth from the mistakes. That's the main thing. All right, the mistake's gonna happen. You missed this coverage, you missed this block, you missed this assignment. Okay, next time you're in this situation, how do you do? how are you gonna make up for it? So, yeah, I just want to reiterate to our fan base to, have some patience and don't expect the final product to be showing up in training camp.
Exactly. It's training camp for a reason, folks.
Right. Yeah, just a couple of things. Like, remember, we're the youngest team in the NFL. We don't have a lot of experience. They're going to make mistakes.
That's a good point.
The key is we don't make the same mistake twice. And number two, what my coach would always say is, in practice, now's your time to make mistakes. How are you going to get better and learn if you're not making mistakes in practice? Just because you see Brady Christensen get his ass blown up in practice, oh, he's a bum, he's a bust. No, that's a learning experience. Offensive line coach is going to take him into the film room, show him why he got his ass whooped, and it won't happen again next time. And that's how he gets better.
Real talk. Is Denzel Perryman going to be our new hero Whitehead? Gotta hope not.
Man, Denzel Perryman is from around my way. I saw him play in high school. He's from Miami. I saw him play in high school. I saw him play at the U. So I'm kind of biased on my outlook. I mean, he's a very good linebacker. I think he's more talented than Whitehead. His problem isn't really talent; it's staying healthy and staying on the field. If you look at the number of games he plays, he just can't stay out there. He's always got some nagging injury, something to deal with. But when he's healthy, he's a very good run defender. It's a better run defender. Like, Whitehead wasn't good at anything last year, basically. I mean, I think he might have just been out of it. Maybe I don't know what happened. I mean,
tell the truth, man. Tell the truth.
He was actually good with I think Oakland or wherever he was at first.
Oakland, yeah. He was acting a fool in Oakland.
But, I mean, Denzel can play. It's just, I think he's going to be weak in pass coverage, and it's a matter of whether he can stay healthy. But I think in the run defense, you're going to see a guy that's going to fill gaps. He's going to bang with fullbacks, knock them back, make plays in the run game, get those tackles for loss, and make those plays like that. But can we count on him to stay healthy? And that's what the question mark with him is.
Stay tuned, folks. Stay tuned. O'Shea Smith. Y'all, you think he'll see the field this year?
He's going to be a returner, at least.
Returner?
I think he'll be a good punt returner, possibly kick returner. Good slot receiver, good route runner, gets a lot of separation. Signed in the Senior Bowl. I just think with him, it's only one ball. How many reps is he going to get?
Yeah, we'll see.
I think one thing it'll be interesting to see is, we use a lot of 11 personnel, which is 3 wide receivers, tight end, running back. With the talent we got at wide receiver, I love to see more 10 personnel. Like 4 wide receivers in a running with McCaffrey. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's really put pressure on this defense. Okay, cool. Okay, they see 5 linemen and we got 4. Oh, we're gonna blitz. Okay, cool. Somebody getting open quick, and then it's off to the races.
Yep.
Cause we got yak monsters at our skill position.
Monsters.
So for everybody that want to see these pretty deep balls and all that, all that. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this. Let's move them sticks and get a new set of downs. But yeah, I just think that it's just gonna be fun just to see what type of personnel grouping that we're gonna use this year. That's something that I'm gonna try to keep a track of. How much we're using. 12 personnel, 21 personnel. Everybody uses 11 personnel. Like I said, with the guys that we got at tight end, are we gonna do some? I'd like to see us go heavy a little bit. Like, I don't want to do no more cute shit on short yardage. I want to line up, be like, you know what, my Manscaped ball is bigger than yours. You know what I'm saying?
Word. Speak on it,
Manscaped.
Me and this tone are gonna get this first down on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like
that.
Yeah, you're gonna get all of that. That's just how it is. So you need to make sure this team has an identity and an attitude. And instead of being cute on short yardage, let's just line up and knock motherfuckers out the damn way. You know what I'm saying? and then we get back to the cute shit on first and second down. But I look forward to seeing if we're gonna have that type of mentality. So, best believe y'all when I'm at camp for these practices and way things set up, I think I'm gonna be able to catch everyone there at Wofford. When it's them line drills, y'all know where I'm gonna be at front and center, zooming in on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, remember, NFL's real life is not Madden. Guys are gonna get hurt. We're gonna have a key injury to a key player. A key player that's gonna be very crucial in us winning games. So when he goes down, who's gonna step up? So I think Shi Smith and all those guys who are third, fourth, and fifth on the depth chart, they're all gonna get to play this year. I mean, let's not get it twisted. It's unrealistic to think all 22 of our starters are gonna play 17 games and play 100% of the reps. That never happens. I mean, we're going to lose a key player. We're going to lose a key player. I don't know who. I don't want to wish bad luck on anybody. It may be McCaffrey again. It may be DJ Moore. It may be JC Horn. It may be Brian. I don't know. But that's the importance of depth. You always have to have that next man up mentality and have these guys that step in and can be able to pick up that slack and not lose a step. I mean, you just can't go into the season thinking all 22 of our starters are going to play 17 games, unharmed. I mean, we're going to have injuries to very elite players, solid starters, depth guys. Somebody's going to get hurt. You just got to prepare yourself and have that mentality that, these depth guys are going to have to step in and play crucial roles for us. So that's where I think Shi Smith and those guys will come into play.
Yeah, when you think about the 2017, Philadelphia Eagles that won the Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken, didn't they have like 5 or 6 starters, end up on our, and the next man came up, and still won. So, matter of fact, I like looking at depth guys more and stuff. Because with my starters, I know what I got. I know what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see the guy that's thrown in there, because something crazy done damn happened. And another thing, I think the NFL put it out, I think it was last week, that I think they're going to do the allow where instead of 53, it's going to be 55 players again. I think you can add a player up to 90 minutes before kickoff if need be.
Wow.
So instead of 50, so them 2 extra players, and so instead of 46 active, it'll be 48 active on game day. So, that give a chance for, them guys that's maybe third or fourth string that, may have an opportunity to have an impact in the game that we're discussing. So it definitely good. Cause I just like the depth of this team, behind the lines when I just look through this roster and what it potentially could be, man. Like, guys like Marquise Haynes,
Morgan Fox.
Right. The linebacker core, like we ain't really talked much about the linebackers beyond, Shaq and Perriman, but it's, we got a couple of studs back there. The guy that Larry likes to talk about came from the Jets.
He just
COVID,
Louvu.
Luke, start with an L.
Yeah, Louvu, Luvu.
High energy.
Yeah, high energy guy. And then, in the secondary, we used to talk about Miles Hartfield, he played safety. He also played nickel as well. That position flexibility. So, and, we like to run, Phil Snow like to use 3 safety packages. So you can see a package where you see, 3 safeties on the field, maybe, Chin playing close to the line, a single high, and, a safety playing rover. I mean, all kind of things. I think we're really going to see that Phil Snow might be the best coach on the staff this year because, boy, his cupboard is not bare. His cupboard is loaded.
He should be acting a fool.
And the players, and I like to talk, about them, being thinking they could be a top defense this year. I like that. You don't come here hoping to be average. You don't put all those sweat and blood and tears and years to hope you do okay on game day. Nah, it'll be a dominating defense.
Nah, man.
So,
full speed ahead, kid.
Yeah, right.
Dante. I mean, He's coming around. He's coming around, and again, it's hard to make a sound assessment based on his limited reps last year because of that toe injury. But I will. I'll tell you this: my expectations of him is much higher than it was 2 years ago. It's much higher, especially considering that we have opposite of him, we got a bad boy. Horn is a bad dude, and so if anything, it's either going to push Dante to where he's going to have to shine, or he's going to have to leave. Because Horn's going to push the envelope when it comes to competition. He's just that good of a press corner, dude. I mean, he's strong up top, great feet, he's patient. If Dante can mimic that, Brian Burns is going to eat. Our edge rushers are going to eat. That push up front is going to be hell on the quarterback because there's going to be shadows on each and every one of those receivers. Dante's a good player, man. He is. If he can get his head on straight, he's fine.
And with Dante is, can he stay healthy? I mean, rookie year, I think it was an ankle. Next year, it's a groin. Last year, it's a toe. And when his game is built on speed and quickness and coming out of breaks, those things matter. It's hard to, adjust your game when your groin is hurt and you're half speed. You got to cover guys like Julio and Mike Evans week after week. But when you look at his traits, I mean, Dante, he's not an elite corner yet. He has elite traits, though. I mean, look at his feet.
He does.
His fluidity, the way he can play off coverage. He anticipates he breaks on the ball well. He's got great ball skills. He's probably led our team in turnovers the last couple of seasons. He does a lot of things good, especially when he's healthy. It's just a matter of, how long is he going to stay healthy and what are we going to get out of him? Last year, I think when he got back the last 5 or 6 games, I think he was he was probably one of our best players on the field the last few games. I think the Green Bay game was probably his best game, one of his best games of his career.
Yep.
Man, you see when he's healthy, the kind of plays he can make. What I would do, go back to the 2019 season, the Arizona Cardinals game. Dante was playing like cover 2, and they tried to throw the ball over him. In that little, with the cover 2, the weakness is that, corner pocket between the safety, the deep safety, and the flat corner. Boy, Dante got up the vertical. Might have been like a 40-inch vertical. Made that interception, picked off Kyler Murray, and made a play for us. I mean, the guy has an elite skill set. You can't deny that. Yeah. The question is, can he stay healthy so that he can do that consistently throughout the season? If he stays healthy, he's going to get a payday coming up this next offseason because he could be a starting corner for most teams in this league.
Real talk.
Hey, Tim, I wanted to ask you something because, with your knowledge and, the human body and, from a medical point of view, it said that Dante Jackson didn't have to have, I believe he had turf toe, Will? Was that was his injury, turf toe?
It was turf toe last year.
Yeah. So, they say he didn't have to have surgery. So for something like that, not having surgery, is that a good sign that you think that he's going to be able to have that, fluid motion? Because I think that players that have surgery from turf toe come back a little bit different from those that didn't. I mean, from what you think, what you see on that from a medical point of view?
I would like to know why the doctor recommended that he did not have surgery. I would like to know that. It sounds to me from a structural standpoint that it's not bad enough to where they need to go in there and maneuver around and get him under the knife, so to say. So that's a great sign. It tells me that he needs rest. He needed more rest than anything else, and it's hard to do with a high caliber athlete mid-season. They're not going to sit down. I mean, you're paying this guy to play, and on top of that, he's one of your best corners, especially considering what we had last year in the DB room. So, it's a good sign. It's a good sign. Now, granted, if he didn't take care of himself like he's supposed to, he can re-injure that bad boy. But if he did what he's supposed to, man, and he's smart about his recovery time between games, he should be all right from the sounds of it. Yeah, that would be my opinion on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think you look at Dante healthy. If I would do his rookie year, I mean, I did a video on him on YouTube in his rookie year, but one I really liked was Brian Baldinger, one of my favorite NFL analysts. He did a great video on Dante Jackson and the skill set he possesses.
Mm-hmm.
And I think through like the first half of his rookie year, he had him as defensive rookie of the year as well. He was playing, but I think he got hurt. I think his rookie year it was his ankle, and his sophomore year was his groin. But when healthy, I mean, he can be a very good player. I mean, I wouldn't by no means should anybody be writing them off like that. I think with corners, it's like you get beat, it erases all the good things you do. You're a bum. You got beat. And then cherry pick the one or two plays that you got beat. So it's like you're ignoring all the good things he's done. I mean, you guys got to watch the Green Bay game. I mean, Dante played. You saw Jair Alexander, Charlotte guy, one of my favorite corner prospects for the last 5-10 years. Dante was just as good as him that game. Go watch that Green Bay game last year, and you can see what Dante's potential is. And now with J.C. Horn on the other side, that's going to take pressure off him, and maybe we can see the best Dante possible. So when he's on a contract year, and I'm hoping he lives up to it, we can keep the secondary together because I think he's really got elite potential with his skill set.
Mm-hmm. Kev, what's your shirt say, man?
Oh yeah, this was a family union shirt I wore. Usually I wear, a 4-man rush shirt or a Panther shirt. But like I said, I literally, which was I was a little late, literally just getting in from coming into work, and I ain't had time to change. Like I said, as soon as we get off from here, I gotta, pack my bags and get ready to, get my Wofford on because 0500 come early, Tim. You know how that is.
Boy, don't it?
But yeah, so this is on my mom's side of the family. The Belt Stinson side. So yeah, it says Belt Family Reunion. This is from 2 years ago. They had the big family reunion down here in little old Lancaster, South Carolina.
Right on.
Yeah.
We have Kenneth came in late. Kenneth, what was your prediction on the left tackle?
My prediction, I said Trenton Scott.
Trenton Scott, that's right.
The left tackle. Now I think Will said Cam Irvin.
Word.
Yeah, Cam Irvin, I think is going to start tomorrow. But after that, don't be surprised if Trent Scott beat him out and wins the job at some point, whether it's week 1 or week 5.
Word. There you go, Kenneth. Yeah, man. And thanks for all your questions, folks. This is why we're here. If you haven't noticed, we know football. And we love to talk about it, especially when it comes to our squad. So I'm glad you guys are here.
Let me get that salad cap question, Tim. Why did we extend Dawn without seeing him play a game? Well, it was because of the deadline. For anyone that was a first round pick in that particular draft, you got a deadline where you make that 5th year option to it. So that's why it was done. So he's got this year and next year is basically 2 years, $18 million. I think that will be 2 years, $18 million. So when you think about it for a quarterback, $18 million, that's really not a huge, financial commitment for just 2 years, but it had to be done. 5th year options. You can't wait till the 5th year. You have to decide before the start of the 4th year, if it's going to be extended. So that's why that took place.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the biggest Sam Darnold critic. I don't think he's good at all. I mean, he struggled. He was the worst quarterback in the NFL statistically for like the last 2 years. You rarely see quarterback busts turn it around. He's been terrible. He's a turnover machine. It isn't Adam Gaze's fault. He had the same problem at USC. But with all that said, you can't deny the guy's potential. He's a great athlete. He's got a
He
great
is.
arm. He makes incredible throws and plays. If you can if you have enough patience to sit through the crappy plays he's made and watch a full Jets game, which I don't know why I did, but God bless you.
Bless your heart.
In that mix, it's some very good plays. I mean, it's some throws he makes that very few quarterbacks can make. You'd be a hater if you just completely deny the guy's potential. I mean, he's got good arm strength. He's a sneaky athlete. He can play. I mean, he's got a skill set. He's just goofy and makes a lot of weird plays. So
He does, man.
I think they're gambling on can they get him to be more consistent and get that out of him. But I wouldn't look too much into the 5th-year option because it's really extension is the wrong word to use. They picked up his 5th-year option, so he's here for 2 years, this year and next. So if he stinks and we pick in the top 10 next year, we're in position to draft a quarterback. So we draft a quarterback, he sits behind Darnold, possibly beats him out in camp, and you can just start your rookie next year. And plus,
There
it's
you
not
go.
going to take you out of the suite. He's a trade asset. So if you want to, be crazy and trade for Deshaun Watson, if he beats his case, trade for Aaron Rodgers, who's disgruntled in Green Bay, Sam Darnold could be a trade asset. So I think it's kind of when Tepper uses the word optionality, Darnold gives you that. Maybe Darnold will fulfill his potential and be a franchise QB. Maybe he's average, a young guy with potential. He can be a trade asset for a Rodgers or a Watson. Or 3, maybe he's just a bridge quarterback for you to draft one of these guys in 2022, which was what I wanted to do anyway, was draft a quarterback next year. So I think with extending them, it just gives you options on how to address the quarterback position going forward.
I answered that with it depends on how we suck. What I mean by that is, do we have a cascade of injuries and we just don't have personnel to get the job done, or is it because Matt Rule is still calling 2 timeouts in the third quarter? I mean, it depends. It depends if coaching and decision making is causing our team to win games. Damn, that shit better is probably gonna start getting hot, man. I know. I know they signed him on for what was it 6 years? They signed Rule 4 or 5.
Yeah, but let's keep it 100. If we win less than 5 games this year, he's on the hot seat.
He's on the hot seat, bro.
Any of the 3 of us would deny that.
Nah, especially with Tampa, bro.
Games this year, he's on the hot seat.
Tampa standing by with charcoal and a flame, Jack. Go to light that ass.
I mean, I think this is a 7-9 win team, but realistically, if we win less than 5 games, and he's on the hot seat, and deservingly so.
Yeah.
But
right,
you guys warm up a little bit. I mean,
yeah.
He actually signed a 7-year contract. So, I mean, and the target has always been year 3. So, like I said, unless we just absolutely just look, I don't want to say the R word because, so many people
don't do that.
But
don't do that.
If we play challenged, like we done forgot what we built off of last year, then, yeah, I could see it getting a little toasty. But to call it a hot seat in year 2, when you got a 7-year extension, I know Tepper big dollar bills, but we, when he was made coach, was told patience. So only the fans that didn't like him here want to get him on the hot seat after year 2. Things don't go around. Like I said, we got the 2nd youngest team in the league. We'll say the youngest team in the league. So, for me, I've always said year 3, it's got to be playoffs. Got to be.
Yeah.
No exceptions.
Yeah, I'm not a prediction guy. We winning more than 5 games this year. So I think it's highly unlikely he'll be on the hot seat after year 2. I think if he gets that 7 or 9 win target, I wouldn't even mention that word. If he's less than 5 wins, then I think it'll get a little more, man. But I don't think that's a realistic scenario, man. The schedule is not very hard. I mean, look at our first week. We got the Jets week 1. You got the Saints without Michael Thomas and Jameis
no
Winston.
Drew Brees.
About 5 key players from the Saints not playing.
Yeah. You got Texans week 3. I mean, we could look at a 3-0 start. You go further than that. I mean, we could see his team is 6-2. It's just the thing is, those last 8-9 games were brutal. So, I mean, if we get off to a fast start, don't be surprised to see like a 5-2, 6-2 start.
Seriously, be careful.
That last had to be brutal, but man, if we get our confidence and that momentum going into that, I like our odds because at the end of the day, it's still football, folks. You take your breaks when you get them. You either make them or you take them.
Make them or you take them.
I definitely see, like you was talking about that 3-0, at Dallas. I mean, Dallas is talent, heavy, but, like I said, this team could really get off to a really, really strong start. I just don't want to get teased like 2018 when we jumped out 6-2 and then just, flamed all the hell, end up being 7-9. I don't want to relive that. If halfway, can't even say halfway no more because it's 17 games, but after 9 games played, if we got at least 6 to 7 wins, then I'm thinking double digits, to finish up the season.
Hey, look at our last 2 seasons. We were Kyle Allen, we were 5-2, 5-3.
Yeah, we had a great start.
5-3 with Teddy. We were 4-3. 5-3, 4-3.
No, we was 3-2 because we lost our first 2. Then we got 3
in a row.
Yeah, so with 3-2 last year, we were 5-3 the year before. I mean, we've had good starts. We were 6-2 the year before. So I mean, we've had 3 straight seasons where we've had a great start with a winning record. We just can't finish strong.
Yeah. I think that had to do with our defense not being stout up front those 2 years, the injuries and things of that nature. I don't know, man. But stay tuned, folks. And Kevin's going to have a bird's eye view of day 1 tomorrow, man. We're gonna be recording tomorrow night, folks. So make sure you come back on here tomorrow night. We're gonna have a recap of day 1 and. We'll pick Kevin's brain and what he's seen and things of that nature, and we'll talk some more Panther football.
Stay tuned to the YouTube and channels. He might give you some live stream footage.
Wouldn't that be nice? With commentary.
Oh, most definitely.
Phone battery survive.
Yeah, right. Get those portable chargers, man.
Oh yeah, you definitely need to invest into one of those. So, but just for those, just to know this first week of training camp, the schedule. This is the 8:30 to 10:30 schedule. So it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is 8:30 to 10:30, and then Saturday is the 7 to 9 at the stadium practice because typically it's been the practice at the stadium was the first one. And then damn.
Sorry, Kevin. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Let me screenshot.
Shots fired.
Oh man, bro. Damn. That was a good one, Drew. That was a good one.
Hey, but be real bold and go on Twitter and tag that man, the Panthers Den, Yeah. If you shoot shots, go ahead and put them who they intended for.
Oh man. Go ahead, Kevin. I'm sorry.
Nah, you good. That was funny. That was funny though, but hey, tag that man. Don't talk quite
tag
about
that man.
Yeah.
Drew said it.
Yeah. Look, don't shoot the gun with my back turned.
Right?
Yeah. So and then I think Sunday will be their first off day. So That's how it rolls. And then I think the next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday before FanFest is all 8:30 to 11:30, and then they'll be in Charlotte for FanFest August 6th. So, yep. So typically it's always been like 9 to 11. So this year's starting a little bit early. So for those that's going to show up there, make sure that you are aware, get that so you can get good parking. If not, you're gonna have a hell of a walk to go to. So,
better tell them.
All right.
Better tell them. I don't think Shaq is gonna have a breakout year. I think we've seen what Shaq is.
I think you gotta adjust your expectations for Shaq. I mean, is he an elite all-pro? See, man, here's the thing with Panthers. You look at our Panthers back since 1996. Look at our linebacker core. We had Sam Mills and Kevin Green. We've had Luke Kuechly. We've had Dan Morgan. We've had Will Witherspoon. We've had Thomas Davis.
So Mike Beason.
Bar for
Beason, yeah, word.
The bar for Shaq is high. So we're thinking he's going to be the next in line to carry the torch and be one of those guys. Let's just, let's adjust the expectations and say, okay, he may not be the next Kuechly, Davis, Witherspoon, Green, Lathan, Morgan, Mills, but he can be the best Shaq he can be. And I think we've seen what Shaq is. He's a grinder. He hustles every play. He's not a big linebacker. He's not going to be that guy that's going to take on blocks and blow up run holes, but you just got to like his work ethic. He hustles. He's a good leader in the locker room. He's serviceable. He's solid. And I think if guys around him step around, you can bring the best out of him. Think about what's in front of him now. We got Daquan Jones. We got Derek Brown. We got the depth with Bravion Roy. You got Morgan Fox. All these guys around him now that can help make his life easier so he can be the best Shaq he can be. So I don't think he's ever going to be that all-pro, Pro Bowl type linebacker that we were used to as Panther fans, being a elite linebacker franchise. But that doesn't mean he can't be a good player and be a solid contributor to this defense. So, I mean, I think Shaq will be a normal Shaq. He'll make a lot of plays. He'll force some fumbles, get some pass breakups, get some sacks, make some high-energy plays. Get the defense hype, get guys in position. But I don't think he'll just be that, elite guy that you're expecting from like a Luke Kuechly type player.
And one thing about Shaq that I read up about that Matt Rule let him do during this offseason was he let Shaq call the defensive plays. As far as alignment and coverage, he was just like Phil Snow, have a seat. Shaq, you run this. So I think that's a good trade to look forward to because from a salary cap point of view, like I said, I know we're not expecting him to, be like the great elites that we have, but damn it, he need to show some resemblance because for those that don't know, his contract was restructured. Shaq's only making $8 million this year, but the next 2 years though, $18 million and $19 million respectively.
Whew, Lord.
Yeah, that's top 5 linebacker money. So for people that's always hollering out, restructure, we can restructure. That's what restructuring gets you. Restructuring gets good, solid players getting elite player money. You know what I'm saying? Same thing that happened with KK last year. KK's original contract was for him to get $20 million his last year. But what happened? Team player took the restructure, to help out, give some salary cap relief. But at the end of the day, that money's still owed to that man. So that's one of the things I'm liking about, our capologist, Samir Suleiman. I know, Scott Fitterman, the GM, just get a lot of praise for deals. But when it comes down to the actual numbers for the contract, that's the guy that's getting it done. So pretty much, every contract that's been done under Matt Rule with Samir Suleiman have pretty much been cap friendly. So even though we're eating that $17 million from Teddy, but like I said, had Teddy had stayed next year, that cap hit would have only been $5 million. So the deals that these players signed are set up to where they both work for both the team and the player.
Indeed. I appreciate you, Josh. Thanks for the question. Absolutely. Well, we need to get Kevin off and to the bed, get him some Z's so he can get packed up and get down there so he can be on task in the morning. Just saying. And just a reminder, folks, we will be live tomorrow, and Kevin maybe showing you guys some live footage from Wofford. So make sure you're tuned into all our social media accounts, like Will mentioned earlier. Facebook, Twitter, obviously, YouTube, things of that nature. And hey, be on the lookout. Get your notifications set. We got some stuff coming for you. Believe that.
And we got some surprises coming too. We got some special guests that's going to be it's going to get us out there, folks.
Hey. Dig it, man.
I give Will a hint. Former Panther player, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Let's go. Bring them on, man. We got some more too, man. We got the.
Hey, he hit me up the other day asking what was that still good? Like, yeah. Oh, we got you.
Word.
Talk ball at a high level with anybody, man. That's what we do.
That's what we do, man.
I was just too small to make it to the league. I was like 6'2", 210 or something. Get my 40-yard dash maybe from 4.5 to like 4.3. I'd have made the league.
Yeah, man. Shit.
I just stopped growing at 6 feet. If I could have been 6'4", 320, I think I would have. I think I could have made a little noise.
Yeah, definitely. I was a little guy, but I was fast, man. I'll take your ankles off.
Shout out to Quick Blitz and Sheena Quick too. Make sure y'all follow them as well.
Yes. Carolina Blitz. Sheena Quick.
Quick off the blocks.
Yeah, man. Great. And they'll be back on here sometime within the next week or 2-3 weeks.
Yeah,
we got some more stuff in the works for y'all too with fans from other teams. We won't spoil it yet, but stay tuned.
Oh, and September's going to be kicking off of the Pigskin Podcast Network. Oh yeah,
Good. We got some Raiders fans, some Colts fans.
Yeah. Titans.
Raiders, Colts, and Titans so far. We met them. They're very cool people. I don't think we play any of those teams this year. But, make sure y'all give them some love. They're part of our network. And, if you want to know. Well, actually, we're doing a co-practice with the Colts. So you'll definitely want to tune into that Colts podcast and see what's going on with Indianapolis and how our joint practices with them are going.
Yeah, we'll have to do a collabo with those folks after that practice.
Oh, definitely.
We'll have to do that. Hey, folks, we got some great stuff coming for y'all, man. For real. And that's why we're doing this, man. Because we know what being a Panther fan is like, and if you like the game of football, we know what that's like too. And we're just gonna merge that shit together and bam, right for you. Yeah, man.
Because we love the NFL, man. That's why we didn't call ourselves 4-Man Rush Panthers podcast. We want to be associated with the entire NFL, interact with fans around the league.
Yeah.
We enjoy watching players from other teams. We want to get into the draft analysis field. Mm-hmm. So we didn't want to just limit our, we love the Panthers. We want to give y'all Panthers content day in and day out. We also want to give you, be the first on the draft content, tell y'all about other teams, be able to do scouting reports on all our opponents so y'all know what to look for when you watch the game Sunday. So we just never wanted to limit ourselves to just Panthers,
Mm-hmm.
Right. Because at the end of the day, our vision, one of our goals, and I'm not going to say the ultimate, but one of them was for there to be a 4-man rush for every team in the NFL. 4-man rush Falcons, 4-man rush Saints, 4-man rush Bucks. They're our division rival, but hey, with this type of platform that we do, being duplicated by every team in the league, with the same passionate fans, and I interact with all type of passionate, knowledgeable fans such as myself. Man, they chomping at the bit. Like what we do, is different, but it's real, and we don't put out fluff when there's just nothing to put out there. We'll sit back and just wait. We're not gonna just force content on you that's not a quality. See, for us, quality means everything.
Right.
But no, not to the people that do. Hey, do what you gotta do to pay your bills. You know what I'm saying? To each his own. But we rather when we bring the dinner table that there's steak and ribs than just chicken nuggets, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. And we will just leave it at that. So, folks, tomorrow night, same time, same channel. We'll be here with day one at camp, and we're gonna do a back to back for you guys, man. Get you guys acclimated, and then we'll come back at the end of camp. So the following Tuesday, and we'll recap the whole shebang bang, right? And of course, make sure you get your notifications on so you can check out Kev giving you the live and the heads up and the updates and things of that nature too. So hey, stay tuned, man. It's real.
Yep. And definitely get back in the habit of checking us out on the website, because definitely going to be posting my daily camp observations back on the website, the 4 manrush.com. Which is where, we want you guys to start going to get to us, get to our content. Because like I said, I got front row seats for Fan Fest, so definitely gonna be going live from Fan Fest, for y'all to get that experience. And won't be able to make it an Indy for that joint, but I definitely be there for when the Ravens come to town. So that's August 18th and 19th as well. So. And shout out to my job for, like I said, for allowing me to, I let them know beforehand that this is what I do. And they were just like, hey, you doing your job for us. We got no problems working with you. So,
right on.
Hey, this daily drive between Charlotte and Spartanburg is worth it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Word up.
Yeah, and the good thing about our network is we can get footage from the Colts fans when we do our joint practice and preseason games with them. It's in Indianapolis or Charlotte or Spartanburg.
The Colts is in Indianapolis.
Yeah, so we can, use that Colts network. Our friends up there in Indianapolis, and they can get us some Panthers Colts practice footage. We maybe do a joint podcast with them and get some updates on how our guys are doing up there, working against, Carson Wentz, Quentin Nelson, T.Y. Hilton, and all them guys. What's his name? The cornerback. Darius Leonard, the linebacker. See how our guys are doing up against those elite top tier players up there. Got to get better every day.
Word.
Oh, and the matchup I can't wait to see: Ted Brown versus man, boy, I can't. Man, boy.
So we got DJ Moore versus Rocky Sin. Darius Leonard Darius Leonard versus Christian McCaffrey. J.C. Horn versus T.Y. Hilton. Carson Wentz against our defense, man. Let's go. Let's see what goes on up there, man.
Here we go.
One day at a time.
Here we go.
Let me throw my rookie wild card in there. Our 5th round pick out of Iowa, the defensive tackle, Tavion Nixon.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling y'all folks, when this man get in the game, don't think because what he's doing against second string, that's that kid right there is the truth.
It's like that.
Classic, textbook, leverage, explosive, and angles. He's all about his game is just sitting all around that, man. I'm telling you.
Stay tuned. All right, Panther fans, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Be on the lookout. We'll drop in the podcast. You know what? We'll probably just drop both of them on Thursday. Boom, boom. Hit them up so you have something to digest and all the good stuff. But yeah, man. Check out the website. Check out our social media platforms and enjoy yourself. And as always, keep pounding. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. Hey, football season, bitch. I'm hyped. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go. All right, y'all. Yeah, you're welcome, Bill.
I'm just taking time to really let it breathe. So baby, just chill. Yeah. She love it. We out in public and we can just chill with my partners, and we can go back to my crib and just chill under covers and do we call me and you lovers.
The Four-Man Rush is brought to you by the love and respect of and for the Carolina Panthers and Carolina Panther fans everywhere. Keep pounding. The Four-Man Rush is a non-affiliate of the Carolina Panther organization. All thoughts, assessments, and content of this podcast is directly related to the Four-Man Rush exclusively. Thank you.